Alright guys, today is the day we're going to do the wheel and tire cleaner battle. We're going to use 4 products total. Starting from the left, we're going to use the Meguiar's Detailer Professional's Choice Wheel and Tire Cleaner. You can buy this by the gallon. They normally send a spray bottle with it if you select that, and it is dilutable. So you pour it out of the gallon. I believe the normal mix is 1 to 1, sometimes 2 to 1, depending on how dirty the wheels are. Next we have the Sonax Beast wheel cleaner. It does not state on the bottle that it is dilutable, so we're going to use it at full strength as it comes in the bottle. Next is the Double Black Rented Oil Collection Brake Buster Total Wheel Cleaner. This, you can dilute it somewhat. You can put it in a foam sprayer and use that, such as an IK foam sprayer. People do that, but we're going to use it as it comes in the bottle. And from what I've been told, or what I've read, and the research I've done on this product, it's probably the closest thing to an acid-based wheel cleaner you're going to get, but it is an alkaline-based wheel cleaner. Fourth out of all these is the Griots Garage Heavy Duty Wheel Cleaner. Out of all these, this is the only one that I purchased over the counter. I bought this at AutoZone, so we're going to test it out and see how well it works. If you're a weekend warrior, you'd like to detail your own vehicles, sometimes you want to go into the auto parts store such as AutoZone or Walmart and buy your own products, lay hands on them, actually read the label. So that's why I included this on the test. Alright, how we're going to start off the test is we're going to spray the products on the wheels. We're going to let it dwell for the certain set time. Then we're going to rinse it off with a hose without scrubbing. We want to see how much work the product is actually doing when you use it. After that, we'll rinse the product off and then we'll reapply it to the wheel. We'll scrub the wheels and the tires. Then we'll rinse it off. Alright, after that step, we'll actually reapply this to the tires to see how well the tires cleaned on the first pass. So we want to make sure we get all the browning off the tires. On the vehicle I'll be working on, had tire dressing applied 2 months ago, so I imagine there's still a residual amount of the tire dressing still on the vehicle. So that's how we're going to do the test today. So without further delay, let's go ahead and get this test started. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As we get ready to dive into this, we'll take a quick look at the tires. This is the left front. This is the left rear. This is the right front. And this is the right rear. They're pretty dirty. They're not terrible, but they are dirty and they can stand to be cleaned. The first product we'll test will be Meguiar's Professional Detailer Wheel and Tire Cleaner. On the bottle it states, wear protective glasses and gloves when using this product. Spray down the wheel and surrounding area of the wheel. Always be sure the wheel is cool to touch prior to applying the product. Spray directly to the wheel and allow it to soak for 30 seconds. Here's a before shot of the left front wheel before we soak it. Now we will apply the Meguiar's Professional Detail Series Wheel and Tire Cleaner. We'll let it dwell for 30 seconds as specified on the container, and then we'll spray it off to see how well it does. You can see it's already attacking the old tire dressing and the blooming, and it's turning brown on the tire. Now let's rinse off to see the results of just letting the product soak and dwell without scrubbing. It's hard to tell on the tire itself, but the wheel still has grime on it. It did pull some of it off, but not as much as I'd hoped for. So now we'll go ahead and we'll respray the wheel and tire and we'll scrub. Didn't see much browning with the product reacting to the tires when I resprayed, so I guess that's a good sign. And it's pretty easy cleaning the wheel. I just wish the product would have done more work and not required to scrub. So it looks like we got most of the surface of the wheel face clean and the tire clean. Let's rinse it off and let's check out and let's see the results. Overall, the Meguiars did well. I wish it would have performed better on the spray and wash process, but when we reapplied and scrubbed the wheel and tire, it did well. We're going to go ahead and reapply it and make sure the tires are clean, no browning, so we're good to go to the next one. Alright, also guys, I'm cleaning the brush after every tire and wheel I do. I want to make sure there's no cross-contamination of the products I'm using, so I want to let you guys know that I am cleaning the wheel brush. Next up is the P&S Double Black Pns Brake Buster. The directions are similar to Mcguire. Spray on a cool surface, spray the wheel and the tire, and let it dwell for a minute. Unfortunately, I forgot to pre-spray the wheel before applying the brake buster. I normally pre-spray all wheels and tires before applying a wheel cleaner, but we'll go ahead and apply it this time and we'll see how it works out. After application, you can see it attacking the blooming in the old tire dressing that's on the tire, and it's also attacking what's on the wheel. As you can see, it cleaned on the spray and wash test, shined the wheel up well, and removed more grime. Not much, but more than the Mcguire, so at this point I'll have to give the P&S Brake Buster the edge. Now let's go ahead and reapply the brake buster and do the scrub test, and let's see how the wheel turns out. So while we're rinsing after the scrub, the wheel looks great. We're going to go ahead and reapply brake buster on the tire to make sure that it got all the old dressing and blooming off. But I am shocked, and this product is as advertised, and what people say about it, I'd have to give this product overall an edge over Meguiar's as far as its workability. However, I do not think it can beat Meguiar's on the price per ounce. As we let it dwell, I don't see any browning or beige on the tire, so I have to assume that it did its job and it got all the brown and the old tire dressing and blooming off of the tire on the first scrub. Next up is the Sonax Beast wheel cleaner. The bottle says shake bottle, spray on the cool area, dwell 2 to 4 minutes. We'll go with 4 minutes on this one. And this product also has an iron remover in it. We'll pre-spray the wheel to get ready for the application of the Sonax Beast. As you can see, there's grass clippings on the wheel. So we'll see if we can get those grass clippings to come off with the spray and wash process. As I mentioned, this product has an iron remover in it, and you can see the iron remover reacting to the wheels, which means there must have been a lot of brake dust and fallout on these wheels. So we'll let it dwell for the 4 minutes, and then we'll see how it looks after we spray it off. Unfortunately, it didn't remove the grass clippings, and it still left a good bit of grime on the wheel. So we'll go ahead and finish rinsing it off, then we'll reapply it and we'll scrub, and we'll see how easy the wheel comes clean with scrubbing. As we're reapplying, if you look at the tire, you notice that the tire is not turning brown. It didn't turn brown on the first spray either. So It's going to be interesting to see if this removes some of that old tire dressing and blooming off when we scrub. We get ready to rinse. You can see that the Beast did an okay job on actually cleaning when we scrubbed it. I wish it would have done better on the spray and wash though. We're going to come behind the Beast and spray Meguiars on the tire itself to see if we get any reaction on the tire. See if the Beast removed the old tire shine and the blooming. After spraying the Meguiars on, I didn't see any reaction, just a little bit of beige, so we'll go ahead and rinse this wheel off and we'll move on to the next wheel and the next product. Next up is the Griots Garage Heavy Duty Wheel Cleaner. Back of the bottle says ensure wheel is cool to touch. Pre-spray the wheel, spray on the product, let it dwell 3 to 5 minutes. In this case we'll go with 5 minutes. We'll go ahead and pre-rinse the wheel. Now we'll apply the product to the wheel and the tire. Let's see if we get any browning on the tires or if it reacts to the old wheel dressing and blooming on the tire itself. No reaction or browning on the tire. We'll let it dwell for the 5 minutes like the bottle states, then we'll do the rinse off and see how well it worked. Got to be honest with you guys, I forgot to hit record when I rinsed it, so the wheel is already rinsed. It did get the grass clippings off, but it did leave a lot of grime left behind. So we're going to respray the wheel. Now we'll use the scrub brush and see how well it works. As with the other 3 products, when you put a scrub brush on it, it works really well and fairly easy to use with the scrub brush. I'm just kind of disappointed in these products that they're not doing as much work when you spray them on and rinse them off. For the price of these products, you would think they would do a better job. Alright, let's go ahead and rinse this wheel and tire and see what the finished product looks like. Alright, after hitting it with the scrub brush, it did a pretty good job. For the price point of this product and the price point per ounce, I don't think it's doing that great of a job. But it did a good job nonetheless, and if you were in a pinch and you needed some wheel cleaner, you could go get it. Now we'll spray Meguiars on the tire and let's see if we get any reaction. Spraying it on, we're getting a little bit of light beige, which means it did not get all the product off. So I believe if you went over it with the grits one more time on the tire and scrubbed it again, it would probably take care of that. So I do believe this product will adequately clean the tire as well. But as you see, I'm going over the tire itself with a scrub brush after spraying on the Meguiars again. I want to make sure that that tire is clean before I apply dressing later on. As we rinse and get the final result, I can say the Griots did an okay job. I just wish it would have done better on the spray and wash test and also removing the old tire dressing and blooming off of the tires. Alright guys, as we finish up, let's take a quick look at all the tires. This is the left front, the left rear, right front, and then the right rear. All these products did a pretty good job with the final result, just some a little bit better than others. Alright guys, so we're going to wrap it up with a few final thoughts. The Meguiars did as expected. Didn't pull off a lot of grime on the spray and wash test. It did attack the old tire dressing immediately, and it did shine the wheel up when I rinsed it. Cleaned the wheel with little effort on the scrub test, and it cleaned the tire as well. All in all, it's still my go-to, at least till I run out. The P&S Brake Buster performed well on the spray and wash test. It did pull off a good bit of grime. It also attacked the old tire dressing and blooming on the tires. On the scrub test, it also performed well and cleaned with ease. It's a great product to have on hand. I'll probably buy more in the future. The Sonax Beast performed okay. On the spray and wash test, it didn't remove a lot of grime, but the iron remover in the product did attack the wheels, as you saw in the video. It also did an okay job on cleaning the tires. It didn't visually react or turn brown with the tires when it sprayed on for the old tire dressing and the blooming. But it did pull most of the dressing and the blooming off. I also did a once over, as you saw, on that tire with Mcguire's to make sure it was clean when I finished it. When I sprayed the Mcguire's on, had just a little light beige tint to it, but nothing major. It will definitely be a good product to have to clean a neglected wheel. It wouldn't hurt to have it on hand if price isn't an issue for you. Griot's wheel cleaner did okay as well. It pulled off some grime and the grass clippings that were on the wheel on the spray and wash test, and it cleaned the wheel on the scrub test. However, it didn't seem to clean the tire as well as the other products. I'll give it 4th place finish due to that, plus the price per ounce. If you need wheel cleaner ASAP, I could recommend going to AutoZone and picking it up. I also did a once over on the wheel that I used the Griots with Mcguire's. I did a once over on the tire to make sure I got all the old dressing and blooming off as well. When I sprayed it on, it probably had a darker beige tint to it than the Synax, so that's why I went ahead and did it. All right, with that being said, the Sonax Beast and the Griot's heavy duty wheel cleaner do not say anything about cleaning tires. They say wheel cleaner, so have to take that for what it's worth at face value with what they wrote on the bottle. But you can make it work with 1 or 2 extra passes and scrubbing the tire. It should clean it up well enough to do a tire dressing. All right, at some point in the future, I'd like to put Brake Buster and Sonax Beast up against each other on a nasty, neglected wheel to see how it performs. I have a feeling the Beast would probably do well on that. I don't know if it would best the Brake Buster, but I think it would do extremely well on a dirty, neglected wheel. All right, guys, as far as the price points, I'm going to go over it one more time. The Meguiars, 1 gallon with a spray bottle of the Meguiars is $26.99. 1 gallon is 128 ounces. Worst case scenario, you can dilute this 1 to 1, so that would make it 256 ounces, and that rounds off to 11 cents per ounce. The pre-filled 32 ounce bottle that's listed online is $13.99, and that would round up to 44 cents per ounce. So you'd be better off with buying the gallon of the Meguiar's tire and wheel cleaner and getting the spray bottle that comes with it and diluting it that way if that's how you want to do it. All right, the P&S Double Black Brake Buster is $21.99 for 1 gallon, which is 128 ounces. That averages out to 17 cents per ounce. If you dilute it in a foam sprayer, it would round up to 9 cents per ounce. That would be diluting it 1 to 1 and turning it from 128 ounces to 256 ounces. This product does not state it can be diluted, at least not on the bottle I have. I'm not sure what the gallon container says, so I have to kind of take it at face value on that. But like I said, I have seen people dilute it in a foam sprayer and use it like that. All right, if you buy the 16 ounce bottle of the Brake Buster like I purchased, it's $8.99, and that rounds out to 56 cents per ounce. So there you go on that. You definitely get a better deal if you bought the gallon. All right, the Sonax Beast is sold in a 1 liter bottle, which rounds up to right at 34 ounces. It's $24.99 a bottle, so that rounds up to 74 cents per ounce. The product does not state it can be diluted, so that's what I have to go by when I give you the pricing results. So 74 cents per ounce, it's a good bit of money. But like I said, if you have a nasty wheel, it's probably be a good product to have. All right, the Griots Garage Heavy Duty Wheel Cleaner. It's $18.99 at AutoZone for 22 ounces, and that rounds out to 86 cents per ounce, which actually makes this product the most expensive per ounce to use, and it's just a dedicated wheel cleaner. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Have a good night, and I got a little message from Jacob for you guys.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my channel. Beast.
What's your favorite?
The Beast.
Awesome.